As we're talking about the LeBron injury, we were just watching the replay of it, and it's one of those where you watch it and you can't help but wince, right? Like as you see it. We don't normally see LeBron in those types of situations. What's the latest you can give us on that injury and his future?
Yeah, guys, they're still evaluating the ankle now, but I'm told the Lakers are preparing for what is really typically the normal recovery time for that kind of high ankle sprain, and that's 3 weeks to a month. That there's a sense that it probably is not going to be really less than that, and so LeBron has always shown
3 weeks to a month. Woj, 3 weeks to a month. Wow.
That's what they're preparing for right now. They're still evaluating it, I'm told, but listen, James has shown a tremendous ability to come back from injury. He's had a lot of ankle sprains in his career, and he's never missed more than a few games, but this is different. You guys know a high ankle sprain is a different kind of injury, and so the Lakers are preparing for the fact, that he's going to be out, that they're going to measure this in weeks and not days, and obviously coupled with Anthony Davis's calf injury, this is a really problematic stretch for a Laker team, that really is going to and does struggle without having those two stars on the floor.
Just for everybody to understand, 3 weeks to a month. So the NBA season, because it started late, the end of the season's regular season would be mid-May. That would take him to the end of April at the longest, which would leave a couple of weeks before the playoffs begin. Go ahead, Bart.
Yeah, Woj, what kind of pressure does
that's typical. That's typical of that injury, right?
Right.
Woj, what kind of pressure does that put on Anthony Davis to try and play hero to keep them in the standings to come back a little early? Does this speed up his process, or are they going to continue to stay patient with Anthony Davis as well?
Yeah, they're going to continue, Bart, to be cautious with Davis and not change his timetable. Listen, the Lakers did build a cushion, obviously, with this season in the standings. And I think more than anything for LA, they need to have both players healthy for the postseason. I don't think they have to worry about home court or who their matchup is in an early round. I think there's a confidence there, that with a healthy LeBron James, a healthy Anthony Davis, that they can go on the road and win in the playoffs. Just imagine if you're the Jazz or the Suns and you get the 1 seed, you get the 2 seed, and all of a sudden you look up and you're in the first round of the playoffs and you got a healthy AD and a healthy LeBron coming into your building for a game 1 or 2. That is not how you imagine getting rewarded for a high seed, but that's within the realm of possibility here.
Woj, how does this change the trade deadline strategy for the Lakers or teams that are chasing them right now in the West?
Well, I think for the trade deadline for the Lakers, I don't know that it changes it really at all. I think they're probably going to be more active in the buyout market. Andre Drummond from Cleveland, I think the expectation is the Cavs are going to continue to have a difficult time finding a trade for him this week, that ultimately, if he wants to leave Cleveland, play somewhere else this year, it's going to be a buyout. And then I think the Lakers and Nets are certainly two of the teams at the top of that list. He certainly could play a significant role with LA. They missed the size and the ability to protect the rim that they had last year with Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee. They don't have that with Montrezl Harrell, Marc Gasol. So certainly that's at the top of their priority list. I know they have called around, about certainly size, shooting at the trade deadline. It's hard to imagine that there's a significant trade for this Laker team out there, but they've been trying. Listen, you're not replacing, AD and LeBron here in the short term at the deadline, but they certainly have been active, and I think the buyout market is probably where I think the Lakers can do more, make more of an impact on improving that roster.
KJZ, ESPN Radio, Bart and Hahn kicking it with Jay Will, talking to Woj right now, latest in the NBA. So there's one injury to another. You go from an MVP candidate to a Rookie of the Year candidate. You reported that LaMelo Ball could miss the season with a wrist injury. I know he's getting a second opinion on the prognosis. What else can you tell us right now about that situation?
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. LaMelo Ball had been spectacular in this rookie season. I mean, he made the Hornets a team you wanted to watch every night. He's coming to New York. I'm told early this week, today, tomorrow, to meet with one of the top hand specialists, Michelle Carlson. But very likely the expectation is he is done for the season. Fractured his hand just below his thumb. And this was a Charlotte team that was in the playoff race, had the 8th seed. And certainly without Ball, that changes dramatically the dynamic for this Charlotte team. But Ball has shown himself to be a potential franchise player for Charlotte, and really frustrating for him, for the organization, to lose him this way. But I'm told that the expectation is he's probably going to miss the rest of the year.
Woj, a more pressing question. What happened to your Bonnies this weekend, man? LSU, that was a tough one.
Tough matchup for the Bonnies. Listen, regular season Atlantic 10 champion, tournament champion, and then we've got the whole team back next season. So we're out working and recruiting. We'll add a couple guys. We'll see you next March, Jay. We'll see you back there.
Well, you know what you could
we
say?
will see you, because hopefully we'll be in the tournament next March
Yeah,
with you guys. How
here's
about
all you
that?
have to say is, you know what? We really missed Duke this year. Said no one.
Said no one.
Yeah, hey, Jay, listen, we would love to, we were a 9 seed this year. If we're a 7-6 seed next year, maybe we can get you guys in a 6-11 game or something like that if Duke can eke into the tournament.
And that's why I love you, Woj.
We appreciate you, man. Thanks so much.
See you guys. Thanks.
Thanks, buddy.
All right. Hey, that's tough news in Charlotte, no doubt about that, though. Tough news in Charlotte, and what that does now to that team and the playoff run, everything else. But he had a terrific season. He's got everybody talking about Charlotte, which doesn't often happen.
Opens up the Rookie of the Year for Baby Keyshawn, as you like to call him on the show, Anthony Edwards.
Maybe. Or how about Emmanuel Quickly?
Yeah.
Well, anyways.
Good.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.